Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Geek Authority's mysterious chamber of collectibles. I'm your host, Lorenzo Marchese, and I'm here to show you some stuff that I've been collecting. And I've been doing a lot of editions of these. I want to feature some more board games, especially for the holiday season. It's a great time to stay indoors with your family and catch up on some either older games that might be sitting in your closet, or let you know about some newer games to excite your family in terms of you can order them on Amazon or the various retail stores that might be selling them. Check all around. The prices may vary. You always want to get the best deal. But anyway, I want to start with a classic. This particular one came out basically in the late 80s, early 90s. And it's basically a game set after the television show Knight Rider. Yes, Knight Rider starring Michael Knight. I'm trying to look to see if there's a copyright date on here. It's a Parker Brothers game. It's got the date, but no, it's got the copyright, Massachusetts, but doesn't say when it came out. So anyway, real quick to show you what kind of board games they had back then when they first came out. Of course, it's based on the talking car, Michael Knight, David Hasselhoff as the star. Here is your board, and it's green everywhere you see through. It's green, a little shiny there. You can see take the shine off, almost. Anyway, all the see-through areas are green. This is a place where Kit actually starts. It's a 2 to 4 player game, and how it works is basically you pick one of these colored cars that represent automobiles. Of course, you have your Kit car, the black one. You can see it's so tiny, and then of course you have your player cards: red, blue, yellow, green, the 4 colors. You have these 4 cards that help and aid in your solving problems. Basically, there are problems on the road, and let me show you. All these red circles are problems or issues, things that need to be dealt with. And the way you deal with them is you've got a roll of the die, and depending on how you want to deal with it, determines whether or not you win or not. If you win, you get the red dot. Each red dot has a dollar value to it. So the more money you make, the more points you earn at the end in terms of winning the game. But they also have these challenge cards. Kit has his own, and of course the car is black. And then each color, see if I can get 4 out there. Each color has their, oops, of course I would have picked the green. See-through, see, hello, can you see me? I can see you. Anyway, that's the green and the red. There's also blue and yellow. But basically these challenge cards, or in some cases chicken cards, when you're coming butt to butt with your other player, you basically play chicken and you both pick a card, and the car is driving on the left or the car is driving on the right. And as a result, if you pick the same card, you're going to crash into each other. Of course, you lose the challenge. So, and that's how you get points. And it's kind of cool. It's fun. It doesn't take long to play at all. It could be kind of devious if you want to be, if you're one of those that like to egg on your fellow opponents. But it's also fun in the sense that sometimes a good strategy is to take care of business first and then play the games later, so to speak. But it's a fun game. It's an older game. It's one of the game mechanics that still work even today if you decided to want to play it or find it on eBay. Again, it's Parker Brothers, so it's pretty old. The kind where the instructions are actually on the, let me show you. They don't do this anymore. Sometimes, most of the time now, you get manuals on how to play the game. So this one, some of the older ones have the instructions right, get a nice focus, inside the box. So everything you need to know is there. You don't need an extra piece of paper. If you take the box with you, you're never going to lose or forget your instructions because they're always there. Okay, let's jump into another type of game. They're called party games. These are ones that are great with large groups, usually a minimum of 4, 6, 8, 10, because you develop teams. And this one is based on an entire business that went out of business called Blockbuster. You remember Blockbuster? This is the party game. And it's basically your knowledge of movies, different kinds of movies, genres of movies, And you get to play it in different ways depending on how you want to challenge your. What's funny is, let me just show you this. When you open up the box, it's obviously like looks like a oversized VHS. Remember the VHS cases? Ta-da! Oops, it wasn't closed. But that's how they designed the box, which is pretty cool. But when you open it up, the first thing you see is the game board. But as you open it, being a mock VHS tape box, they kind of make the game board, the backside of it, look like VHS tape. Remember those? VHS? Remember? Anyway, it even says "Be kind, rewind." So when you're done playing the game, make sure you rewind your tape. No, there's no videotape in it, but this is the actual game board, the backside of it, and then ta-da! This is how you choose your topics and your choices in terms of what you want to do in the game. You can one-word it, give one-word clue to the movie that you want. For example, King Kong. If you're trying to get someone to say or do King Kong, you can say ape. So if they're thinking movie, ape, maybe they'll make the connection. Maybe they'll say Wizard of Oz. Who knows? Because there were monkeys. Then there's quote it. If you actually know a line from it, or if you don't, you can make it up. Like, oh my God, look at that giant monkey. King Kong again. Or act it. Pretty much and swatting planes out of the sky will probably get you the King Kong answer. The aim of the game, I'll read it to you right from the manual. Now they all come with, the newer games always come with manuals and pretty easy instructions, easy to read. It comes with a little timer, so you have a certain amount of time to guess some answers. But the aim of the game is to be the first team to collect a movie from all 8 genres. The genres include action, all-time classics, drama, comedy, horror, family, animation, and sci-fi and fantasy. How cool is that? What's nice about the game is not only do you have the game board, but let me see if I can get it out real quick. The little timer's in there as well. But do you remember the old sign outside the stores? Blockbuster. There it is. Get a good focus. How nice is that? Anyway, and then the movies are on cards, and the cards look like little VHS tapes too. So they really went all out to give you that VHS feel in terms of when Blockbuster was out. It's a party game, so it's meant to be played in larger groups, and it's fun because not everyone knows all the genres, and some know one genre more than another. So that's where you play off each other. Like, oh, he knows sci-fi, let him answer, or he knows classics, let her answer, whatever. That's what makes the game fun. It's a lot of fun. All right, and the last game I want to show you is Disney. Disney generally has these games that are definitely designed for kids or young adults, and their mechanics are pretty simple. Most of their games. This is Disney stepping out of their safety zone, so to speak, and creating a resource/adventure game based on the ride, the Disneyland ride, the Jungle Cruise. So, and this is called Disney's Jungle Cruise, the adventure game. There's a little bit of green in there too. It's the box. Let me show you the back kind of situation. Okay. Did I show you the back of Blockbuster? I don't think so. Let me try that again. Here's the back of Blockbuster. So you know you got the right game. All right. Here is Jungle Cruise. And the back. Ta-da. Okay, as I open the box to show you. Very cool. Okay, of course you got your rule book, which I'm going to get to in a little bit, but I want to show you the game board. The game board consists of basically the Jungle Cruise ride. And if you remember the Disneyland ride itself, you go through various parts of the world, the Amazon and different rivers from Africa to South America, that kind of thing, with different adventures. If you look carefully, you'll see some of the iconic things that are in the ride. The men on top of the pole being chased by the rhino, the little headhunter village, so to speak. It's all there. And basically you're traveling a path to achieve your objective, which includes supplies and personnel and so on and so forth. What's nice is every player, this is again for 2 to 4 players, gets a boat, their own boat to travel in. And let me take it out of the plastic because it's kind of shiny. They're all color coded accordingly. And that's the boat you travel in. There's the center of the boat, starboard, port, and stern. Looks like Nile Nelly is the name of this boat. This other boat is Volta Val. So basically 4 different, four? Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4 different boats. So for up to 4 players. Basically you're trying to bring supplies and people via these little squares. You put them in your boat. But the object is you need to keep them to continue the ride through it to its end in order to complete the game. And you win by gathering up resources and points for the various people you get. Now, on the way, you run into alligators and hippopotamuses and various jungle kind of things that you do on the ride, and they cause problems. They make things fall over, they make people disappear, and whatnot. Now, while you're on the game board, you get to find 2 that'll show up that aren't green. You get to run your little characters on these little boats, which is, whatever your color your boat is the name of your boat, and so on. You're traveling across the board and keeping track of what you're doing. So it's a resource adventure kind of random thing. I wouldn't call it cooperative unless you want to be nice to your fellow players. It's really cool. It has this Alberta Falls is the writer of this. It says, "Welcome aboard the world famous Jungle Cruise, the jungle navigation company famous across the world for being world famous." Pretty redundant. You're about to enjoy the distinctive, exciting voyage down perilous jungle rivers. And that's on the game board itself on the back. Get a little focus there. Can we? There you go. As well as, where the instructions go. Oh, they fell down. Sorry about that. The instructions that go with the game. You can see it kind of opened up and set up how all the pieces in player do their thing. And I'll give you a real quick synopsis. The overview of this game, when you play it, it's kind of fun in terms of your mission and what you want to do and whatnot. You race down the river to deliver passengers and cargo to the company headquarters. So you have a starting point and an ending point. You'll be paid for each one you deliver, but you'll receive greater rewards if you are the first to arrive. So it's a race against time, against each other. If you are carrying different types of cargo, so the more variety you have, the better it is for you, and delivering members of Alberta's selected family. There's a scoring information, there's a parts and pieces information, there's an explanation of the board and what it looks like, and then the details, the various things in the boats, what they mean, where they go, how to play the game, what the different adventures do, and what the different obstacles you'll deal with, and how they affect your travel through the jungle cruise. There are clues along the way. The clues help you get more points, and some are misleading. You could lost and found tokens, find items that are valuable and some that are junk, which will cost you negative points. Okay, so it can go both ways depending on the cruise. I haven't played this yet. I'm looking forward to it. It's brand new. And then, of course, the scoring at the end, very end, on how to score, and obviously the one with the most points wins the game. So it's a lot of fun. Sounds like it. I'll let you know when we play it. But yeah, if you got a great selection here. You want your older traditional board games with a pretty safe mechanic and fun opportunity to kind of combat each other, or a party game, which who doesn't love a good party game, where it tests your knowledge of trivia and whatnot in the movie industry. And then, of course, an adventure resource game where you're competing against each other, against time and money and resources and so on and so forth. So the Disney's Jungle Cruise adventure game. So those are the 3 I wanted to show you this time. I want to show you some more games too in the future. I hope you like that. Got some info, maybe some ideas for the holiday for yourself or for your family or friends. Again, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's very important. It helps me, it helps the channel, and so on and so forth. Click the little bell. That bell will send you an email every time I drop a video, so you'll know when something new comes out, and you just click on that link whenever you have the time or at your convenience, and you can watch it. Until then, let me tell you about a couple of my other shows that I do. I do have a show called The Geek Authority Show, where I actually interview actors and writers and directors and producers, cosplayers, and it's fun because you get to learn about these people and what they do and how to do it. It might answer some of your questions if you're considering doing some of these things as well. I also have a Talk About show, where family and friends get together and we talk about different things. There's one particular 3-part episode where we talk about Disneyland and California Adventure in Anaheim, California, and how we miss it. And you really don't realize what you have until it's gone. And because of the pandemic, we reminisce, we show good stuff and different items and collectibles we've collected. It's really good. A little bit emotional too in the middle, so you might like that. I also have the reviews, opinions, and commentary show, where I talk about things from my perspective. And whether I like or dislike and why or whatnot. So it kind of gives you insight to some of the things that I like and don't like and why, to make your own kind of judgment. The other show I have is called the Unboxing the Geek Authority, where basically I unbox and open things for the first time, and you see it and I see it. We all see it for the first time, and my reactions, as I always say, are genuine. So again, I appreciate you watching, and very much hope you subscribe and share it and tell your friends. But once again, we will see you next time, right? I'm sure we will, right? Until then, thanks a lot. Happy holidays, and goodbye for now.